Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to another 1 year review video. Today we are going to do the 10K dividend portfolio. So let's get into it. First stock is Texas Instruments. We got this on June 8th, 2020, so about 1 year ago from today. We got 5 shares of Texas Instruments for $132.08 per share. So our starting total for everything that we got in Texas Instruments was $660.40. So we just multiply the 5 by the 132.08. And now uh, the price of 1 share of Texas Instruments is 186.93. And this is as of market close on June 8th, 2021. So as you can see, that is a 41.53% increase. And you compare that to the change in the spider only went up by, well, not only, it went up by quite a bit, 31.22%. That's a lot for 1 year. Usually, on average, the spider goes up by about 10% a year. I mean, it's not 10% consistently, but sometimes you have years like the ones before where it goes up a lot more than 10%, and then other times you have periods where it goes down like a lot um, less than 10%. Maybe it goes down by a lot. Doesn't go up 10%, but it's in the negative. Or maybe it just stays the same for a year. But yeah. Anyway, Spider, it went up a lot this year, 31.22%, but we still beat it by 7.11%. Let's see, next, number two. Number two is Home Depot. We got 3 shares of that at 255.09 per share. And now the price per share is $310.90. That gives us a change of 21.88%. So compared to the Spider or the S&P 500, we are losing to that by 9.34%, but at least we're in the positive. Oh, and also if you see this dividend percentage here, don't pay attention too much about don't give that too much attention because when I typed it in, that was at the time I purchased it. So since the price changes, the dividend percentage also changes. So these may be inaccurate. You'd want to double check that on Google. I was just a little lazy to do that. But yeah, just a side note. Anyway, that was number two, Home Depot. Next, number three, Intel. Intel, we got 11 shares of that for $63.40 per share. Now the price per share is $57. So this one actually went down. We lost money. We lost about 10.09%. So we are losing to the spider by 41.31%. So yeah, down on Intel. Next one. Number four is Clorox. We got 3 shares of that for 197.61 per share. And now the price per share is 175.75. So this also went down. It went down by about 11.06%. So compared to the Spider, Spider's still the same percentage all the way down. We are losing to the Spider by 42.28%. That's for Clorox. Next one, number five, is Apple. We have 12 shares of Apple, and we got that at a price of $83 and about 11 cents, 12 cents per share. And the reason why it's such an odd number is because Apple actually had a split this past year. I can't remember how much it was, maybe like a 4-for-1 or a 3-for-1, but something like that. And the shares that we got, it split up into more shares. So yeah, that's why it's not a even number there. But yeah, anyway, for Apple, the total starting value of all the shares that we purchased was a little over under $1,000. We got it for $997.35, and that went up by 52.49%. So now the total value of our Apple shares is $1,520.88. And by the way, Apple went up by a little over 50%, 52.49%. So we are beating the Spider with Apple by 21.27%. Next one, number six, is Tencent. And let's see, Tencent, we got 14 shares of that at 55.62 per share. Now the price per share is 77.59, so that's an increase of 39.5%. We're beating the spider by 8.28% on that. 7 is Visa. We got 4 shares of Visa for 198.88, and let's see, Visa went up to 232.05 per share. So that is an increase of 16.68%, but we're losing to the spider by 14.54% with Visa. But at least we're up. Next one, 8 is Nvidia. Nvidia, we got 2 shares of that at 350.54 cents, $350.54 per share. Now, price per share is $698.28. So that is a increase of almost 100%, 99.20% with that, and we're beating the spider by 67.98%. That's quite a bit, pretty good. And yeah, that was Nvidia. Next one, American Tower Corporation. We got 3 shares of that for $266.60 each. Now the price per share is, let's see, $266.02. So it went down by a tiny amount, pretty much stayed flat. Went down by 0.22%, but compared to the spider, we are losing by 31.44% on that. Next one is Nike. We got 6 shares of Nike at a price per share of $103.86. And the price now is $133.35 per share. That's an increase of 28.39%. We got pretty close to the spider, but we're just a little bit below it in terms of performance. We're losing to the spider with Nike by 2.83%. That's 10. Number 11 is Disney. Disney, we got 6 shares of that at $126.25 per share. Price now per share is $176.33. So that gives us a percentage change of $39.67. Compared with the spider, we are beating the spider by 8.45% with Disney. Next one, number 12. In Intuitive Surgical, we got 3 shares of that for $291.50 each. And price now is $465.26. So that's a percentage change of 59.61%. Compare that to the spider, we're beating that by a good amount at 28.39% for Intuitive Surgical. Next one, Costco. I think this is the last one. We got 3 shares of Costco for $307.14 each. Now the price per share is $379.70. That's an increase of 23.62%. Compared to the spider, we're losing by a little bit. We're losing by 7.60% for Costco. And I think that's the last one. I think next is summary. Yeah, summary. So for summary, if we take a look at our total initial investment, so the total amount of money that we spent on all of these companies combined, that's right here, I added this all up, it came up to $9,964.91. So that's as close that I could get to $10,000 without going over and by purchasing whole shares, not fractional shares. And also for reference, at the price of the spider per share, at the time that I made these purchases was $321.81, and now 1 year later it's $422.28. So that's how I got this 31.22 percentage change. Yeah, but also, so our starting investment, that's our starting investment now, it is $13,144.54. So that gives our portfolio, our whole portfolio together, a gain of 31.91%. And you compare that to the spider's gain or this S&P 500's gain, it's 31.22%. So we are beating the spider by just a little bit, 0.69%, which it's not too much, but considering the fact that we were going for dividend stocks and not really just stocks to beat the market in general, I think we're doing pretty well so far, especially for just a year. But yeah, we'll see how this goes in the future years to come, maybe 2 years from now, 3 years from now, 4 years from now. Because usually when you invest in stocks, or when I invest in stocks, I don't just keep it for a year. I like to keep it long term, and 1 year it's really nothing. So yeah, I mean, even if the portfolio was losing to the market, or maybe if it was losing money in the negative zone and losing into the market, I would still hold on to this. It's just like it just happened to be a really good year. Like I started at a good time, and we're like beating the S&P by by a little bit, and also doing it with dividend stocks. So yeah, even if we weren't doing it, that I would still hold it. And oh, also a quick note for Disney. You might notice that the dividend is 0. And the reason why it's in here is that when I was looking up stocks to add into this portfolio, at the time, Disney was still giving out a dividend, but then in the middle of my research, I think they stopped the dividend. And when I found out that they stopped it, I had already put it in the portfolio. So I figured since I already put it in, I'll just leave it in there. I don't want to bother taking it out. So yeah, that's why Disney is in there. Let's see. Anyway, that was the summary. I think next is final notes. Yeah, final notes. Yeah. So my goal is to outperform the spider, which is like the S&P 500. That's kind of like the market average. Just do better than average in the stock market. If you want to check out this info, you can find that in the Google Sheets down below. Google Sheets is in the link. So you'll find that information along with other portfolios that I've made and see how those picks are doing compared to the spider. And also, if you want to check out any updates that I post, sometimes I post in the discussion section. So just go to the YouTube channel, click on discussion, and click on sort by newest first. That way you see the newest comment first. For some reason, YouTube doesn't always show the newest one at the top. I don't know why. But yeah. So that's pretty much it for today's video, and I hope you guys have a good day. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.